Okay, let's get started. This is part two of module 5, lesson 16. We're actually going to skip fluency. I've got a lot to keep us busy today. Let's look at that application problem from yesterday, though. Kathy spent 3/5 of her money on a necklace and 2/3 of the remainder on a bracelet. If the cost, if the bracelet cost $17, how much money did she have at first? So, again, you should have started this yesterday, and then we got distracted with other things. But okay, so 3/5 of her money on a bracelet. Okay, so tape diagram. And so 3/5, I'm going to divide this into fifths. That's 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And 3/5 was on a necklace. And we want to know how much she spent in total. Okay, that was my clue for you yesterday. So we know that this is the rest. The rest is, so the necklace is 3/5. The rest is 2/5 of how much she spent. So we need to figure out how much she spent here. So I'm going to take and make just so an additional tape diagram that represents just this little piece, because our question tells us that this piece is divided 2/3. It's divided into 2/3. It makes it a little bit tricky. Okay, so she spent $17. She spent 2/3 of the rest on a bracelet. So this is the bracelet, which is $17. So 2/3 of this is 17. So we need to figure out how much 3/3 is, right? So if 2/3 is $17, let's do it this way. 2 units here equals $17. So 1 unit equals $8.50. 17 divided by 2, $8.50. But so this is $8.50. And that's $8.50 and that's $8.50. So what's the total? Because that's what we need, the total here, so that we can then figure this out over there. So 3 units is just 3 times $8.50. $24.25, $25.50. Okay, so now we can take that and say this 2/5 is 2/5 of the total is $25.50. Well, if we're gonna, we need to know what 5/5 is. And there's a few different ways you could do that, but I'm going to divide this by 2 and then multiply it by 5. Right. So $25.50 divided by 2 is $12.75, and I'm just not showing you the full long division, but $12.75, and then $12.75 is this. So that means that each fifth is $12.75, $12.75, $12.75, and so on, right there and there. So if I want to know the total, I need 5 $12.75s. So here we go. $12.75 times 5. 5 times 5. 5 times 7 is 35. And 2 is 37. 13. 6. $63.75. So she started with $63.75. I'm going to put it up here. What was it, Kathy? Kathy started with $63.75. and 75 cents. Okay. All right. That's our application problem today. And then I want to get right into the objective. I will draw trapezoids to clarify their attributes and define trapezoids based on those attributes. So that's what we're going to move into. Nothing to record for this, but I do want you to have worked on this problem. You're going to need notebook paper you're going to need those pieces of paper for the rest of the lesson. I asked you to have paper and pencil. Okay.